going to continue my British Championship series now, and we have started round 2, and I've actually skipped over most of the top boards. Well, there's a game between Simon Williams and Richard Weaver, which I would do, but Brandon's actually done 2 videos on the British himself, and that was one of them. The other one was Yang Fang v Simon Knott. So they will not be doing videos by me, even though I would do usually. And now I'm going to move on to some new players, because I didn't fancy showing the same players again. And this is John Emms, Grandmaster of 2469 FIDE, and the author of many very good books, versus Jean-Luc of 2172 FIDE. And I think he's a lot stronger than that, and he has been GMs in long play time controls, FIDE time controls before, so he's a good player. But he had black for this game against a Grandmaster, so not easy. Emms very booked up, he plays a lot of different stuff, and he opened this game with Knight f3. The response was Knight f6, c4, c5, Knight c3, e6. So a Benoni setup or symmetrical English, e3, now d5. So this is probably going to lead to the Tarash defense after d4, where black will accept an isolated d pawn in return for active pieces, and it's quite a good opening to play against a GM, because it's quite tricky. Like, you have to be careful for black's attacking chances. I mean, it won't be good against someone like Carlson, because he just grinds you down at winning IQP without any problems, but against not super grandmasters and super grandmasters, it's quite good. Because you don't want any boring positional game against a Grandmaster, or you're just going to lose every time, because they know what the pieces go and everything. So d4 was played as expected, going to lead to the Tarash probably, but we get a semi-Tarash instead. a6, cd5, ed5, g3. Because actually when White's played e3, I think it's a semi-Tarash. If White didn't play e3, then you just think out of the bishop and get a normal Tarash. Knight c6, bishop g2, and now black plays c4, which is sort of like the, I think it's got the Swedish variation or something, where it's a very double-edged move, because black creates a queenside pawn majority, avoids getting an isolated pawn as well, so it's double-edged, because White also can hit it with b3 and e4, and it can be the target of undermining nasties. So a very interesting move. Knight e5 was chosen, and black would be ill-advised to take the knight, because after knight takes c5, d takes c5, then that removes the defense of the d5 pawn that's now attacked 3 times. So bishop d6 is played, and now knight takes c6 to double the pawns and isolate the a pawn, bc6, castles, bishop f5 to prevent maybe e4, but e4 can be played anyway it seems. Just e4, d4, or knight e4, but we'll say d4. Bishop g5 is going to be played, and after bishop e7, bishop f6, bishop 6, bishop e4, bishop e4, and now rook e1's an interesting move. Take advantage of the fact that black hasn't castled and bishop can't be protected. Castles, rook e4, and we have an interesting position where I think this is about equal, because black's got a decent bishop and white has an isolated pawn, but in return white has a bit more activity and black's got a very bad pawn structure on queenside. So this is dynamically equal in my opinion. Instead b3 was chosen, because white, like I said, could undermine the pawn chain with either e4 or b3. So b3 was chosen, which is a bit less risky, but although it does allow the bishop into d3, and I think this opening has not been very successful for white. I think black is more than at least equalised. Rook e1, bishop e4 attacking the knight and pinning it, bishop d2 to block, queen a5 to attack it again, forcing a very passive move, queen c1, castles, bc4, bishop c4, a3, which does force black to give his bishop up for a knight, otherwise white's got a deadly discovery with a knight potentially. So when knight takes d5, so bishop c3, bishop c3, and queen a4, a very good move which blockades white's queenside and fixes white's pawn weakness on a3. And okay, white's got 2 bishops, but they're not very good bishops. The bishop on g2 is batting on granite, and the d5 and c6 pawns, and the c3 bishop is batting on granite as well. and black's knight could cause some damage. Bishop e4 was played to get the bishop outside the pawn chain and not batting on granite. Rook f8. This reminds me of my old club when someone actually said the bishop is batting on grannies instead of granite, which was very funny. But no, the bishop is not batting on grannies anymore, or granite. And now queen d1 was played, offering a queen swap, because black's got poor weaknesses and white might be able to exploit his two bishops in an ending, and black's queen's a lot better than white's, so black rightly declines. Queen c1, a5, kicking the bishop, a b8. This is actually quite good for black, this position. Rook b1, knight to e4. I think white should actually give his bishop up, because although it weakens the light squares around his king, black's pieces are far away from the action, and I think after bishop d6, white might be able to claim an advantage. But rook b2 was played instead. Rook b5. Now if he does play bishop e4, black actually takes with the pawn. Queen c3. He's going back. Rook takes e4 is also playable, but maybe not as good. But they should both be equal. Queen c3, bishop e6, queen c2. Now we start with repetition, and I don't think any side can deviate advantageously. I mean, if they would, of course, John Emms is a lot higher rated and grandmaster, so he would obviously try and deviate. He won't want to draw this fast with a 2172 as white, but he has respect for his opponent and decides to do the repetition. So overall, maybe not the most interesting game, but I did show it for a reason. Because first of all, it's a bit of a shock. Because I mean, a 2172. I mean, he's a lot stronger than 2172. He's probably about 2300 at least. But to see a non-tailored draw of a grandmaster as black is an impressive achievement. And also, I thought the opening was quite interesting with this c4 move, and I wanted to explore these positions a bit more. So I thought I'd share my thoughts with you guys. And for now, I hope you enjoyed this game, and please leave in the comments some thoughts. Thanks very much.